I'm just gonna be honest. This video's taken me so long to make, and it's because my emotions and, you know, just looking at my daughter and you know, as a parent, I just, like Cardi B says, I'm an emotional gangster. I really want to put my humour to the side for a second, because what I'm about to speak about is no laughing matter, and it really needs to be taken seriously. My daughter has been a victim of bullying, and I'm not happy. I'll be honest, I'm not a happy mum, and I'm quite upset. But you know, I've calmed down since this whole situation, and I just really want to get it sorted. But Friday last week, I went to pick up my kids from school, and they jumped in the car like every other day, and asked them, how was your day, what did you get up to, what did you learn? My son answered, and he was like, oh hey mum, I had a good day, I played sports, and we've done a bit of art, a bit of science, math, all that stuff. And I was like, oh great. But my daughter didn't answer me, and that's unusual for her, because my twinnies are usually, you know, it's like a race, they want to answer each other before the other one. And she didn't, so I thought, oh, she must be just tired, she must be just having a long day. So I'm trying to leave the school zone, and I ask her again, babe, how was your day? And again, she didn't answer. So I lift my glasses and I look in the rearview mirror, and there she is, just crying, just a face full of tears. And as mum, as a parent, I was like, what the fuck? What's happened here? Who do I need to kill? And who's going to be the reason for me going to jail? I'm just being honest here, that's what I thought. And I was trying to concentrate on not running over any children or banging into cars, and trying to concentrate on calming my daughter down. So I make it out of the school zone, and you know, I can't park up anywhere because it's just so hectic, and we all know how school drop off and pick up is, it's just crazy. I'm travelling home, and I look at her and I'm like, babe, what's wrong? Talk to me. And she fills me in and tells me that there's a kid at her school who's been picking on her, and it broke my heart. It broke my heart because, man, she is just the most beautiful kid you will ever come across. And I don't mean to be biased, and I know I am being biased, but man, anybody who meets her says the same thing. She's got a heart of gold, and she wouldn't hurt a fly. I had to bring myself back down, and I had to calm down and gather my emotions to concentrate on my daughter. So she tells me that during every lunch break at school, there's a kid who kicks her, and he goes around telling people at school that she's a bitch, and that's how she explains it, because she doesn't swear. And I was in disbelief, because she's anything but that, and I know that's what's upsetting her, because she knows she's not that. So we get out of the car, and I go straight to her, and I hug her, and I let her know that Mama's got her back and that I'll sort it. Being a Friday, I knew it was going to be a long weekend, and I had to, you know, wait until Monday to sort this. But at the same time, it was a good thing, so that I could, you know, really process what's happening and do things the right way. Monday comes, today comes. I get to the school in hopes of speaking to this kid personally. And I know a lot of you are probably looking at this and listening to this thinking, oh, Lingy, why don't you go to the principal and go to the teachers? But what you don't understand is that our experiences are different. And I've done this before, countless times, and nothing has changed. I'm a frustrated parent. This is where I understand, and this is where I empathise, because we just don't know what these kids are going through at home. They could be facing anything. Violence, their parents could be divorced, alcohol and drugs, we just don't know. That's why I believe it's something that needs to be dealt with carefully. And I know there's parents watching this probably thinking, oh no, go down there and knock their blocks off, but that's not the way to do it. I believe chances first, or a chance. Now don't get me wrong, don't sit there thinking, oh shit, you're just going to let that happen. No. This is what brings me to make this. There's only so much a parent can take until they take matters into their own hands. Do you understand why mums and dads end up resorting to threatening bullies' parents? Do you understand why mums and dads resort to threatening a child? Because nothing changes. It's never ending. And like I said, we're frustrated. As a principal and as teachers, it's your duty to protect our children while they're in your care. Because they're not coming to school just to be educated. They're coming to school thinking that they're going to be okay and that they're going to be protected and that everyone's going to be looking out for them. I don't believe that's happening. Not with my personal experiences anyway. And I've had enough. Because I'll be damned if my kid gets bullied to a point where she or he wants to take their own life. Because it's going to be 20 times worse if I get a phone call from the principal or teachers letting me know that my child's taken their life after they know that she had been bullied and nothing was done. It's going to be worse. That's why it's important to inform us parents when anything goes wrong, when any little thing goes wrong, no matter how big or small, we need to know. And it's even more important to let us know when our children are the ones being bullies so that we can fix this problem. How are we supposed to protect our kids if we don't know what's happening? We need to be informed, and I don't feel we're being informed enough. I understand there's a duty of care to keep up the school reputation, but what the fuck's a reputation if there's children killing themselves? Is reputation more important than a life? No? No way! This is exactly why parents are taking matters into their own hands. Something needs to happen. Kids need to be educated. Kids need to be put in their place. And I don't condone violence, but if my child is being bullied and she fights back and hurts this bully, good on her. If I get a call being told to come down to the office and sort this out, knowing full well that my daughter was protecting herself, you can guarantee I'm going to give her a high five. I'm not going to growl her. I'm going to look at every single one in the office and say, well, what do you expect? This is what happens when somebody is pushed to the edge. And I remind my children every single day that if anybody touches them and they fight back and hurt them, Mum is not going to growl them. Mum is not going to discipline them. Maybe if parents done a good job of disciplining their own children, this wouldn't be happening. In saying that, there's some sneaky motherfuckers who want to act like angels at home, and then as soon as they get to school, they take advantage of these kids who have great, beautiful hearts. Therefore, they think, there's my target. They're not going to speak up and protect themselves. I'll bully them. That's where we need to pay close attention. And that's where teachers need to inform the parents. Because most of the time, these bullies' parents don't even know what's happening. And you can guarantee that if they're told, they're going to be ever so embarrassed, ever so hurt to know that their child's bullying. Man, I know if that were my child, I'll drag them out by their ears and I'll take them to the police station. I don't give a fucking shit. Because if they're the reason behind somebody taking their own life, oh fuck, I'll put them in prison myself. And that's the problem. Not enough parents are taking responsibility for their kids' actions, making excuses, and pretty much saying that it's acceptable. That it's okay to go hitting people. It's not. Stop protecting your kids from that shit. Because you're enabling it. You're saying it's okay. You could be raising a child who becomes abusive towards their wife when they're older. You need to step in and stop this from happening straight away, and I don't understand why parents don't do that. My son, when he was 6 years old, he made a girl cry. She was also 6 years old. He didn't physically hurt her, but his words hurt. And whoever says or lives by the quote, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me, is a fucking lying piece of shit. Words hurt the most. Anyway, my son made this kid cry. And his sister, she's the narc of the family, she came in and she was like, Mum, LJ made this girl cry. And I said, what? I was beside myself, you motherfucker. I took him to show me where this kid lived. I walked him down there, knocked on the door, and I made him apologise to this child and to the mother. I looked at the mother and I explained to her, I'm so sorry to interfere with your dinner, but my son, I believe, made your daughter cry. And I'm here today to make sure that he apologises and to let you know that he won't be doing this again. My son did, and I was so very proud. He looked at this girl and he apologised, and she said thank you. And the mum, she had the utmost gratitude and thanks, and we all went off on our way. But it doesn't end there. It didn't end there. I got home and I was like, now boy, we sat down and I think I gave him like a 2-hour lecture. I said, do you understand what this can do to a child? Do you know what harm they could cause themselves from you just saying these things? And he was like, no. And that's where I taught him about suicide and pain. And he got it. He got it. And I was proud, but at the same time I was hurt that he had done this, but he got it. There was another instance just last year where, again, he didn't physically hurt this girl, but he went around saying that this girl liked a certain boy and she didn't. That's another form of bullying. It's not just hitting, and it's not just, oh, you're ugly. It can be gossiping. My husband was driving. I told him to turn the car around. We went back to the school. I searched high and low for this kid. She had already walked home. My daughter knew where she walked but didn't know where she lived. So I didn't know where she lived, and I couldn't find her. So I said to my son, all right, we're going to go to the school and you're going to go and apologise. And he fucking threw a hissy fit. I said, no, you're going down. The next morning we went down, I went straight to that kid. And you always drop down to their level, so that eye level, so that they don't feel intimidated. In the best and, at the worst and best of times, just level down to a child. I said to her, look, I believe that my son made you cry and he said some hurtful things. Is that right? And, and she was like, yes. And I said, oh, well, I'm here today to bring my son to apologise. And my son did. He said, I'm sorry and I won't do it again. And she was full of joy. She was like, thank you so much. And then my daughter came home. She was like, oh, she said you're cool. I was like, I didn't come down there to be cool. And those are the steps that we need to take, because, man, there's not enough parents doing it, and I don't understand why. How would you feel if your child is the cause of somebody topping themselves? How would you feel? Because I can guarantee you that there's going to be some really angry parents, and we need to tackle it. And I just want to let the parents know whose kids are being bullied right now that you're doing an amazing job and your child is beautiful, and it's not their fault why this is happening to them. It's not their fault at all. And to the parents who know that their children are bullying, stop being a lazy piece of shit and teach them. Guide them. Point them in the right direction so that they know that what they're doing is wrong. Stop making those excuses. You just don't know what these children are going through and what this could spark. But at the same time, I know it's so easy for us to be angry and want to go down there and smash somebody, but we need to educate and we need to communicate and empathise. I believe that's the only way we're going to tackle bullies. But in saying that, anyone watching this being bullied, you protect yourself by all means possible. Not so much murder, but by all means possible, because the world does need you, and you're not that worthless piece of shit that these kids may be calling you, and you're not ugly, you're not fat. Don't give in to these bullies, because if you don't speak up and if you don't tell your parents or anybody about this, we can't do anything about it. So please don't stay quiet, I beg you, and I'm here. You can contact me. I'm more than happy to listen to your stories and listen to you cry and vent. I don't mind. That's why I'm here, and I'm hoping that by doing this, parents just step up and make a change, make a difference, because we're frustrated, we're tired, we've had enough, and I'm sick of these kids taking their lives. I'm sick of it, and I'm over getting messages from parents every single day letting me know that their kid has just committed suicide due to bullying. Please. And that old age fucking thing where people say, oh, when a kid hits you, they like you, get over that. No, they don't. You're teaching your child that it's okay to hit, and that's a form of love. Would you tell an adult, would you tell a woman, oh, it's because your husband loves you why he's giving you that black eye? You wouldn't. So don't say that to our children. Please, I beg you, just make a difference. Step up. Talk about it. Children, don't be scared to speak up and tell your mum and dad, we're here for a reason, we can't protect you without knowing. And I'm so thankful that my children can come to me at any time to let me know. And to my darling nephew who's also going through bullying, I'm telling you, we'll be home soon, my darling. I love ya.